My name is Michael Gottdenker. I'm Chairman and CEO of Hargray, and it's really my pleasure to be here to chat with you all today. First, I want to thank Jim Tabor and Mayor Bennett for your kind comments, and I also want to start out by highlighting that we're here today based on the work, as Jim alluded, of a collective group of people who've been thinking about this and meeting about this topic for some time. And to all those involved, we owe you a debt of gratitude for your partnership and your support. So let me just start by saying thank you very much for that. On behalf of our 375 locally based colleagues, we're thrilled to launch the Lowcountry Broadband Plan. That's what we've named it, which really is about taking the first steps to bring the area super fast internet speeds. In Hargray's 65-year history, we have proactively embraced changes in our industry. And we recognize the importance of having super reliable and super fast access to the internet. We have made and will continue to make substantial investments to ensure we can provide our customers with the most reliable and the fastest access to the internet. To put this in context and to level set where we are actually today, let me share with you something that the Federal Communications Commission said in January. This past January, they announced that deployment of broadband in the United States, especially in low-density areas like the Lowcountry, is failing to keep pace with technology changes and higher speed data offerings. And they pointed out that a large percentage of Americans do not have access to 25 megabits of high-speed data, which is how the FCC defined broadband in this announcement in January. Just to put in context where we are in the Lowcountry, due to Hargray's investments, more than 95% of our customers today have access to 30 megabits of high-speed data. So we're already ahead of this definition that the FCC stated in January, and over two-thirds of our customers have access to over 100 megabits of high-speed data. So why, you might ask, do we see a need for even higher speeds, and why did we gather you all here today to talk about this exciting plan? The answer is because faster speeds will ultimately transform how we live, how we work, and how we play. And technology, as you all know, is changing very rapidly. Everything from the proliferation of smart homes, mobile devices, cloud-based services, video communications, and applications that we can't even imagine that are in the pipeline and being developed are going to require and demand higher and higher and higher amounts of bandwidth. And Hargray will provide that bandwidth. It's clear that not everyone in our area will desire these higher speeds initially, and that's why the Lowcountry Broadband Plan is designed to target residents and businesses that desire and are willing to pay for this higher speed connectivity. So there's three components to our plan. We've heard it now a couple of times. Live, work, and play. Live, what we're talking about is delivering residential gigabit connectivity to committed communities that are seeking these enhanced services. Work, we're talking about delivering the same caliber of commercial-grade connectivity to committed businesses. And finally, play is about providing advanced Wi-Fi solutions for common areas, resorts, multiple dwelling units where residents and visitors congregate, and yes, including the beautiful beaches that line Hilton Head Island. In anticipation of this announcement, we've actually already done, or in the process right now of doing a deployment, and that's on Dottow Island, where this month we will complete a project that brings fiber to every single home, 900 homes on Dottow Island. And prior to these investments, Dottow was underserved by its existing providers. It would have been below that 25 megabit threshold that the FCC discussed last January. And we've had a huge amount of success in Dottow. Over 500 of the 900 homes there have signed up for Hargray's services. And while initially we'll be providing 100 megabits of high-speed data, the fiber ensures that the residents will have access to 1 gigabit of high-speed data and even more in the future. So we've tested this concept, and we've actually are, as I say, in the midst of deploying right now. As part of this plan, our company will make significant infrastructure investments to enable super fast speeds, and this is an endeavor that is made possible by the support of Hargray's owners, as well as the cooperation and coordination with our government officials and local communities. So it really is a group and a community effort to make this happen. This announcement, of course, is just the beginning. For this to really take hold, we'll need the support of residents and businesses to ensure that we can make these investments in a nearly ubiquitous way.